Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for 86, episode 17. Last week we watched episodes 86, episode 15 and 16 of 86, and all I can say is, war is here. Would it were not so. In episode 15, we know that the offensive is incoming. We hear Kyria's story from Frederica, and as we move along through the story, I didn't actually divide these between episodes. I should have done that. As we move on through the episodes, we discover that, while they believe themselves to be ready, the Federacy of Giad is, in fact, not at all ready for what is about to come. But Nordlicht is there, and Nordlicht helps hold the line, just barely. They're coming for San Magnolia. Frederica sees some stuff through some visions, and sees cities burning, the wall falling, the Grand Mur, as we know it, going down, and the city beyond it going up in flames. Fucking awesome that she can do that. She also, in the same moment, sees Shin almost losing it, almost losing himself to the something of battle, the bloodlust, the destruction, becoming a monster to kill monsters. And he just barely holds on, and just barely holds his sanity, and she cries. Lena, on her side, has a fascinating discussion with Uncle Jerome, and then moves into her command booth, sets up something that she and Annette have been working on in the background, and contacts all processors, telling them to, and all of her allies, telling them to open the fucking gates, and everybody get ready, because the Legion offensive is coming. And so, by the skin of her teeth, Lena might save some of San Magnolia. Maybe. But we'll see. We'll see if the 86 follow her. Jerome thought they wouldn't. We'll see. And then we cut over to a nice, pleasant conversation with Sheen and some of the squad and Frederica, and he heard a voice inside his head. Kiri found them. And an explosion goes off. That's where we ended the episode. So where will we end up now? Are we going to watch San Magnolia stuff? Are we going to watch 86 fighting? What are we going to do? I don't know. But it looks like we're going to be drumming up toward a 1v1 between Kyria and Shine at some point. And that sounds great to me. Vita Winter has been providing new subs all the time, and there was something in the last batch of subs for the last episodes that I missed as a comment that Vita sent to me, because I didn't click on it because it was a spoiler. But I missed it until now. Vargas, the term that was used in episode 15 or 16 somewhere, it was used for something, and I didn't know what it was for. The Vargas were apparently a different group of individuals who were a part of the Empire of Giad, but they were like mercenaries on the outskirts of the Empire, and like used as soldiers and mercenaries and stuff. Kind of in a way like the San Magnolia uses 86, you might say. And apparently those individuals have been fighting and were a large portion of the members of Nordlicht Squadron before the 86 arrived, and they were pleased to see reliable comrades come in the form of the 86, as opposed to, you know, lily white, pale and soft-skinned city boys, like we've seen die out there before. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting that that's the case. I kind of wish that we went a little bit deeper on that stuff. It would be really interesting to know about the history of, like, ethnic or cultural violence and, like, separation and whatever kinds of systems were in place in the previous Empire of Giad, and how that might inform the current Federacy's policies on such things, because that would make sense, right? But we don't get too much extra detail on that unless it comes up later, which would be cool, and I'd be happy about it. But it's still an interesting little element to sprinkle on there, like a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt. And I appreciate it. I think it's cool. And that's like it. That's where we left off. War is, it's not just coming. It's here. The Legion are en masse coming for San Magnolia, coming for the Federacy, coming for everybody with a brain for them to steal, to destroy, to end all life but their own. Good, perfect. A great villainous, demonic horde, you might say. It's great. It's excellent. I'm also going to be, just a note, I'm going to be stealing lots of things from this, because I've decided that I'm going to introduce, not a mechanical, actually, it could be mechanical, but I was thinking like a biological horde that incorporates people or something like that, and bring that into my D&D games. Maybe something cool like that. You know, figure out big plot stuff. But anyway, I completely digress and tangent off. Let's watch 86, episode 17, and see if we can survive this seeming attack by Kyria on Frederica and the boys, and whether San Magnolia can hold, period. I would say hold until someone can get there, but I don't think Sheen and the homies are going to be coming back to San Magnolia to save their asses anytime soon. So it looks like it's up to Lena and Cyclops and the rest of the squadrons and all of the processors that she's now commanding to make it through this thing alive. Let's see how it goes. And the way to do that is by watching episode 17 of 86. I've got it up and ready to go. I've got Vita Winter's subs synced and ready. Vita, please post in the comments as you've been doing. I appreciate it. And people go say thank you to Vita because Vita has been providing me with great subs. I've got episode 17 up and ready to go. 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube. Beep timer to catch you down. Go ahead and give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you like it. Ring the bell if you want notifications. Just inhaled a and support me on Patreon to prevent me from choking to death. Only you can prevent Teeaboo from choking to death. It's really necessary. It's your prerogative. Okay, beep timer. Let's go. Okay, dilapidation and destruction, and incoming. Oh yeah. They're just storming the streets of San Magnolia. Yeah, that's the 86, stay away. Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel like you wish you had 86 here right now. Alright? Lena sending commands. We're just doing this without dialogue or anything. We're just making it happen. That's rad. So Lena is solo commanding the biggest battle we've ever seen. Will it hit us? Or... That's a lot of missiles. Oh, that's tense. That's a tense one right there. I don't know. Did it have the extra thing on top? I didn't see. Obstacle in his path. Sweet. All right. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, that was a piece of a person. Take girl, please. Rough. You're not gonna be like this, right? Covered. Ah, shit. Wow. Oh. Shine. Or, Kyria. Fucking Shine. No. 800 millimeters. That's some bullshit. Yeah, it's gotta be. Railgun. Unknown Legion long range weapon. Oh. Huh. Fuck. You gotta send a surgical strike squad, bro. Oh, Roa Gracia. Autonomous units! Are they actually autonomous, though? Or are y'all doing the same bullshit? Yeah, why didn't you destroy it? Yeah. What's up with that? Save lives? No! Hmm. Yeah. I don't trust you, though. The shepherds, yeah. Black sheep. Good. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now they've got tactics and we're fucked. It's like Sarah Kerrigan and the Zerg. Shit. Oh. That do be making sense. I mean, it would be based off of the same things that were done in Germany, right? And Russia? Fuck. Why would you estimate that? You're all gonna die. Yeah, cool. God, blow it up directly. It didn't work before. Oh yeah, so it's not gonna work now. Jesus. No, you need a squad of high power, high speed. You need a strike force. Yeah, and you've got an expendable strike force of ground troops right now. Nordlicht. Who else? You're not gonna send Vanaganders in there. Oh. Yeah, you're not gonna send an all-out offensive. No, send a squad. And you'll lose every other front. Yeah, you'll lose every front. Yeah, but they're infinite, effectively. Yeah. Oh, is he just gonna walk in and offer himself? Or is that Nordlicht girl? Spider Lady? Hmm. So send the suicide unit that's used to this shit. Who else? Those who are most likely to succeed. And least likely to be missed. Who else? Who else are you possibly gonna send? Of course you're gonna send them. Yeah, that's us. What's up? Sure, whatever, man. I'd rather not have any condescension today. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty great. They're cool as hell. Okay. Okay. We don't have enough. He's saying we don't have enough people to be replaceable. Nothing. He didn't get overwhelmed by that. Yeah, she knew something was wrong. So somebody should be able to feel if she's inside their brain? Yeah, everybody needs some sleep. We don't want that. We don't want that. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Oh, God. Hmm. Hmm. Jeez, yeah. Just barely missed. How did they come to that number? That's some bullshit. That it rings of the same, like... Yeah. Yeah. We already saw that they were. Ooh, there's our transition. That was great. Especially Anju's like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. Who else? Don't want to be treated any differently. All right, I won't forget. Are we transitioning to Lena? That's what I would expect. What? What? Oh, it's the sister. Is this the orange-haired guy? Was the orange-haired guy, and that's the sister, Nina. Yeah, okay. Keep sending letters to him. Fuck, this is gonna be brutal. Big brother Sheen, why did my brother die? Where's my brother? Oh, fucking shit. Exactly what I hoped it wouldn't be. That's what started it? So that's what started it? No! I did not, actually. So that's why he was there. So he was... Yeah. Maybe this letter is different. Maybe it says something else. He looks to his ear. Dink, dink. Yeah, pretty much. Well, over here and over here and over here and over here and all over here and a bunch over here and there are millions over here and a group over here. Beep. Beep boop bop beep boop beep bop boop beep boop 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 bop. Oh yeah, over here too. There are some extras over here. You didn't know about those. I'm sure you weren't aware of these. Yep. Forget the Republic. Because you can avoid them as you head into that territory. Oh, we're gonna airdrop. Okay. Oh, upside down. Ha! That's funny. That's some funny irony there, huh? Don't take that away from me. Damn right. Wow. That's not what he said, though. Huh. Wow. What a cool scene. Like that, Ohime-sama. Oh. Taya. Yeah. Oh, my heart. He's craving death, man. Toe. She has. Whoa! Across space and time! In memory and in mind. I won't forget. Doubt it. Confidence in the path. He knows the path that's in front of him. It's like being on those train tracks in the OP. Mm-hmm. Simple as can be. No, he's got a choice. Yeah. Yeah, it's loss. Right, I could keep you back and keep you safe. No. You assume too much, girl. Dakara. Uh. Uh. But it's just another form of coercive control. Cool. Cool. I won't send someone else in my stead. Jinkies. Can't rely on comms. Gotta do it right away. Wow. Oh. Oh. Of course they are. Yeah. They know it. So we said that before, right? Ooh, buddy. I don't even know what that is supposed to be. Alright, we're briefed and we're going. Another suicide mission, and another last recon mission. With no out. What, are those the Vargas? Why are they pissed? Well... Everybody the same thing. Nobody gets it. We're locked in, man. The choice has been made. The die has been cast. Now we're just waiting for it to roll. Of course. Yeah, no chance we're leaving this to someone else. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's no beating around that. But also because you're the most likely to succeed. That's why we're going. This is what we do. Be nice if we had para raids, maybe. Shane. Shane, come on. Come on, man. We got stuff to do. Well, that's a setup. Oh, here we are. Downed juggernauts everywhere. Downed 86 everywhere. Destroyed statues. And her room dilapidated. Special visual commentary episode. Well, so it looks like they did some kind of a breaky thingy. Maybe they had a delay in production or something. I think I remember somebody talking to me mentioning that there were like production delays in the second half, but I don't remember. That would make sense. I don't think we're going to end up watching the special visual commentary episode. I assume that will just be a straight recap episode with people talking about what they made and what they've created. This episode is all over the place, and I don't mean that in like a it's confused or it's all over the place sort of way. I mean, it just covers a bunch of different little things, as opposed to like, I don't come away from this one with an idea of a thematic through line, except that we're setting up and making a choice to go forward. But there's no chance that they're not going to take that choice, right? I don't see any world where the 86 refuse to go on this suicide mission. It's what they do, right? They were prepared to go on a suicide mission when they first went for their San Magnolia recon mission and out into the world. This is the expectation. This is nothing new to them. And it all comes down to that conversation that and the way that Theo says it at the end. They sent us out because we're 86, right? Yeah, they did. Well, we're going because we're 86. Yeah, we are. That's it. That's all of it. I don't know if I can even break it down any further or explain it, right? It's a matter of identity. It's a matter of self. And it's a matter of living with pride, right? Continuing to live with dignity. That whole scene that we see of Sheen and all these people behind him. What would it mean for all of their losses if Sheen were to refuse to go on this mission right now? It would be the most cowardly act possible, right? Like in every possible way. He's the reason that they were able to live with dignity up until the end. If he weren't to live with dignity up until the end, what would that say? I don't know. It would be bad for sure. Okay, let's run through the episode because there's lots more intricate little things that are going on. San Magnolia streets overrun with Legion is awesome. These are locations and scenes that we have seen before, places, the mannequins, the dolls, and all of it is just the sounds of battle and music. And I think it's fantastic. We don't get any of the voiceover. We don't know what Lena is saying, and we don't need to. We're in hectic combat. Albas are running. The ones in uniform and the ones out of uniform. They are running the fuck away, and the Legion are continuing to approach. And in the midst of it all, yelling her fucking heart out, Lena, like a composer, or not a composer, like a conductor in front of an orchestra, is conducting warfare on a scale that probably no individual commander in history of this world has ever directly interfaced with units. There's no way, right? And she's conducting this war, this last gasp defense. And from the very last scene that we see, it's impossible to say how well that defense went. Because already we see there's massive property destruction, so what we see later, like, I don't know. Juggernaut's going, lines and lines and lines and lines and lines of soldiers, and they've set up a mobile command post for her. Everyone working together. One of her squaddies, Annette, a bomb or a mortar goes off nearby, and everybody flinches because they know that could have landed 100 feet differently and taken them all out. Big guys raise their guns and begin firing, and Lena sends out some command. Missiles go up, and that's all we see. That's all she wrote. We don't know. My expectation is that Lena's fine, but it's quite possible that she's not. Okay, passing through past the OP, we get this. This is awesomely done. We do it sort of from her perspective. We see that eye seeing things, right? Of course, shielding Frederica's eyes is one thing. Shielding her eyes is another thing. She'll see this regardless, probably. We hear screams of many people, and an enormous mortar shell has gone off in the middle of an occupied facility. There are body parts and bloody corpses everywhere. There's a moment where we're looking out here, and I think an arm falls. Holy shit, yep, it's a full hand and arm just falls down from above. Awesome! We have Anju take her away. And she says, Shine, you're not going to do this. You're not going to end up like Kiri. And we get this scene, where Sheen looks frozen, turns and obscures his whole mouth, so that we don't even see him say it. Uh-oh. Because he doesn't know if he is. He doesn't know if he will. He's been really close to that edge. Really close. So, we see the aftermath of the barrages. We see this guy's response. and the death toll is all shown to us, and we introduce the Morpho. And this is really the majority of the episode is talking about the Morpho and the whole deal with it. It's a super mega giant cannon, modeled after the super mega giant cannons in Germany and Russia. I forget what they were, but I remember looking them up for Goop. Giant railroad cannon. Schwerer Gustav, 80 centimeter railway gun. Oh, which would be an 800 millimeter caliber railway gun. Actually, it even looks like it. It looks a lot like it. It's almost the same fucking design. And it was developed for destroying major forts. Exactly like this. Huh. Okay, cool. Well, it's an enormous, gigantic, enormous, crazy fucking gigantic thing. And attacked by an unknown legion long-range weapon. Super interesting. So they do a bunch of maths and stuff and a bunch of guesswork. And we meet these guys. Okay, so this one, he's all laughy, and I don't know if these guys are going to play a major role, but I am really intrigued by when he says, our autonomous units infiltrated blah, 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 blah. I wonder if those units are actually autonomous. I'm just curious. And we get this group over here, the Alliance of Wald. And it's interesting having these different nations engage in politics with us, which is pretty cool. And he says this whole thing about mutual trust, and I don't know if I trust him. We'll see. And they estimate 8 weeks, which is crazy, I think. Seems like an absurdity when we've seen that the Legion have, like, crazy nano machines and shit. I'll bet they could build it in a couple of days if they really wanted to. Like, of course they... Come on, like, there's no way. 8 weeks? How convenient. How very convenient. Okay, so we don't have a choice. And we know where this is going before it starts going there, but it goes there, and it's going to... We need an on-the-ground, boots-on-the-ground squad of a perfect strike force. We need a perfect operation to get these people in, and an all-out offensive is not going to work. So it's got to be something else, and we're transitioning between there and him walking up to this location to engage their services, essentially. He starts by being relatively condescending, and then moves into being pretty fucking awesome in some ways. You're not in the Republic anymore. Don't do anything reckless. Nobody here is replaceable. What he doesn't do is go... Oh, I didn't realize you were kids. You shouldn't be out there on the battlefield, kids. Let me protect you. Or, are you sure you want to do this? Really, you can do something else and we can get somebody else to go. He doesn't do any of that shit, and I think that's appreciated. He doesn't show pity. He shows a little bit of surprise at what is surprising, which is how young they actually are. It's like, oh, shit, you guys are actually young. And then he says, you're going to go do this mission, but be careful and make sure that you get the mission done because you're not replaceable. Nobody is. But you're needed. That's great. This is good. I don't even know this guy's name, but this was a reasonable moment from him. We also see some unreasonable moments where I'm not sure that if I trust him. Like, there's a moment where he says something to the general. He says, like, thank you for taking on that responsibility for me or something. Does he outrank the general? Who is this guy? I don't know. Okay, so we talk about Sheen. They're all going, hey, you were weird in that last fight. And Frederica is shocked to learn, well, realizes that something was definitely wrong. And she says that she synchronized with him, but he didn't respond at all. So that seems like a kind of the similar power to the para-rady power. Like, I guess people should notice when Frederica is in their mind brain. I don't know. It's kind of a cool concept. I'm really curious about that. Okay, especially since you're 86, you'd be given some special consideration, and this is the second core of the episode. I don't want that. I don't want to be pitied. I don't want to be treated differently. I don't want any of this. And everybody hears it, and we get this flash of a moment in here. 86. And she says, I'd much prefer to be looked at that way. Way better than being pitied. I'd rather be hated than pitied. Fair enough. Pity is scorn. It's worse. I understand it. Oh yeah, also, where's the part where... Oh no, because we bring up like some Lena stuff. Okay, yeah, their estimate is shady as hell, and they didn't believe it until they heard the voice. Confederacy trains a soldier as well. I wonder if the major's still alive. And then we get this moment. Theo! The way she says, cha, karera, cha. It's so funny. That's great. It's just wonderful. And Sheen's just chilling. And they say, don't tell me he doesn't realize it. And I don't know exactly what they're thinking about or talking about. I don't know. Something about the connection between them? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so we turn over here and Nina's giving him a letter. Yay! And he smiles at this one. It's easier to blame it on someone else. Be careful on your way home. I'll get this to him. I'll make sure he gets it. Brutal. He picks it up and remembers what he saw right before going into battle the last time, the letter that we didn't see. And what it says is, blaming him. Why did you kill my brother? Give him back. Oh, no. Oh, God. And Sheen smiles at this and then runs toward his death. That's how I read it, at least. Why not? He sees Nina there. Charges forward. All the explosions happen. The eye shattering. The cut under his eye. Why is it always you? Why is it always me? Why am I always the one to survive? You're the one with no one to go back to. Nothing to live for. And he feels it too. Doesn't he? If only you'd died instead of him. And then we hear her voice. Major, I won't forget. He goes to open it and he doesn't open it this time. Time to speak to General Richard. And so we cut there. So, he proves that he can show where the Legion are and is given the mission. I assign you to this mission. He goes upside down. You'll be at the vanguard, the edge of the spear, the spearhead. And he twitches just a little bit. Give it your all. So she says, this is crazy. I don't want this. And why them? And he answers, and we don't get his answer. Sorry, I hit the scroll wheel. We don't get his answer. Because you're 86, and the memories of the dead respond for him. I don't think that's what he's saying. Well, it's what he means. We can't assign anybody with a family to this insane mission, huh? And all those voices are a part of Sheen. This scene, this framing, this, like, gradient wipeout, prismatic when it gets near Shin, like light. I guess they aren't welcome no matter where they go. She can't change it, but she's still yelling, just like that princess. What? One of them doesn't know anything about that because he never met them. Wow, I can hear the voices of the Legion all the way in the Republic capital. Did they all die? Ah, well. Die as scum or die with pride. It's how you live that's important, right? Says Daya. And we lived with pride. Right up to the very end. Right to the last. But it was only because of you. Our Reaper. And they pop, 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 pop. Into just shards of metal. The last bit of memory. They shatter behind him. Sound design on point, by the way. On point. Fantastic. Also, the musical swells throughout this whole sequence are excellent emotionally. And that turns into, I'm left behind always. And she walks by. I won't let you die. And they converse. And it's like that bed of flowers is where all those things fell, right? It's like they're converted or blooming out of them. And even though we're separated by that divide, I won't forget. We watch his face contort, and he makes his choice right there. Sayonara. Somebody has to do it. Dying in battle is part of the job. Understood. And there it is. She tells him once more that you don't have to go solo. And he chews her out. What you're doing is trying to prevent us from being who we are. Making the choice that we're actively making. I've made the choice, and now that you tell me you're free, you're telling me that I shouldn't make the choice that I'm making. Doesn't that go against the idea that I'm free? Am I not free to choose my own demise for someone else, for some purpose? This is my freedom. You can't take it away from me because you pity me. You can't say that I'm not cut out for this job because I'm too important or because I'm too pitiful. This is my job. I'm the only one who can do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. Stop. Pity and sense of justice. You don't have any right. You don't have any right to make me be like the Republic. I will not turn my eyes away from this. And then we get this. Can't hold on to it for long. Psychics. I don't know what that's going to be about. And we get this moment. I'm sorry for making you do the hard job, General. So that's the weird thing. It's like, what? This is a division commander's responsibility. No sweat. Do you think he'll come back? Probably not. They'll accept it if we send the Republic's monsters. They'll smirk and say it's an appropriate mission for the 86. If you're a match for a monster, then that means you're a monster yourself. I disagree. I think it's far more nuanced than that. I think you have to incorporate elements of monstrousness in order to become a match for a monster, but it's different from being one necessarily. You can incorporate a shadow without becoming a shadow. It's part and parcel of the nature of the metaphor, or like the psychological thing. Hell, I mean, to self-actualize by truly becoming a monster is wrong. It's not the right way. It's a classic tale that we tell. That we tell. I mean, it's what happened to Kyria, right? And so I think it's pretty poignant that we're going to go and fight Kyria, a man who became a monster fighting monsters, and now we've got a man who is still a man on the verge of becoming a monster going out to fight a monster, right? But there's difference. There's a lot of difference. He's got his friends with him. He's got these memories. He's potentially got Frederica to help. There are reasons why Sheen is not probably going to go down completely the same path. And by contrasting them, we should probably get something interesting out of the whole circumstance. And that's really good. That's really, really good. So then we see he's got the Ziploc bag with that. And we see this. And I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's the Shinigami, I think, because this is the Reaper. Because this is the Grim Reaper scythe, and this is Headless, the X, right? A Headless Reaper. Interesting that she would draw that. Weird. So we do our prep, and we're ready to go. One last try from that is Bernhold. We're free to refuse, but there's no way. We were chosen for the most dangerous part because we're 86, right? Yeah, of course. And the next line? Yeah. Well, we're going because we're 86. There it is. We are what we are. We do what we do. But I feel kind of lonely, even as they head out together. And we see the aftermath in San Magnolia. Destruction and destruction and destruction. No way to know if Lena's alive. Rad. Rad! Cool episode, great setup, makes me very excited for next time. And that's where we're going to wrap. Thanks so much for watching this episode of 86 along with me. I think this one was lovely, and a really solid, like, where do we put our characters so that they're ready for the next step, right? You get everybody arranged in a row, and then we can move them forward a little bit. And that's perfect. It's great. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week for more. Peace.